Sam, Rogie Sam. Buy down, Mowgli Sam. You steal my partner, Rogie 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 Sam. Had a lady named Beverly. Sammy took that woman away from me. I took her to a dance the other night. Sammy was looking out of sight. Sammy took her on the floor. I never saw my baby no more. You steal my partner, Rogie Sam. You steal my partner, Rogie Sam. You steal my partner. 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 Steal my partner, Rogie Sam. You steal my partner, Rogie Sam. You steal my partner, Rogie Sam. You steal my partner, Rogie Sam.
Sunshine, blue sky, bright out of your day. Fishes come streaming by, up and down the bay. Oh, oh, on the island. Oh, oh, on the island. Oh, 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 on the island. Oh, oh, the Bahamas Island. Down in the morning, playing in the sun. In the neutral, hand in hand, jumped into the band. Oh, oh, on the island. Oh, oh, on the island. Oh, 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 on the island. Oh, oh, the Bahamas Island. I say, jambalaya, huh? I say jambalaya, huh? Jambalaya, huh? The Bahamas Island, yeah, man. Go in my boat, I get some fish and come back late at night. I wind up getting drunk on the island. Oh, oh, on the island. Oh, 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 on the island. Oh, oh, the Bahamas Island. I say, Ragged Island, yeah. Long Island, yeah. Andros Island, yeah. The Bahamas Island, work it, sir. Andros Island, yeah. Berry Island, yeah. Long Island, yeah. The Bahamas Island. Jump to the music. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Jump to the music. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up.
Tonight, government officials on the ground assessing damage in the wake of Hurricane Melissa. Also, candidates prepare for nomination day in Golden Isles tomorrow. And later, is the DNA in or out? Eyewitness News starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Janae Nawal. Thanks so much for joining us. Islands of the Bahamas now waking up to hard work in the wake of Hurricane Melissa, the powerful storm carving a path of destruction across several islands, damaging homes, flooding communities, leaving thousands without power. Arlington Ritchie Jr. has the details in this report.
Hurricane Melissa battering through several islands in the Bahamas, now downgraded to a Category 1 storm, but still leaving behind a trail of destruction. Strong winds and torrential rainfall triggering widespread flooding, power outages, and infrastructural damage, forcing residents into cleanup mode. Administrators for Long Island, Jelandi Archer, and Crooked Island, Kate Williamson, say while the weather has improved, residents are now facing the harsh aftermath.
Because it's roof damages, so you can see the structural damage like that, flooding, serious flooding issues.
Structural damages, breeze in the road.
After unleashing its fury on Jamaica as a Category 5 storm and crossing through the rugged terrain of Cuba, weakening before making landfall in central and southeastern islands, Melissa still painted a picture of destruction. From downed light poles and damaged cultural landmarks to airports shut down and roofs ripped away, Williamson says repairs for Crooked Island homeowners are now imminent.
Persons have lost shingles. In some cases, part of roof has been blown.
And on Long Island, officials continue to assess the damage.
Deadwin's Key Airport has been compromised. We've had a couple of homes that are reporting having flooding, serious flooding issues. But we're in low-lying area when you reach into the bight, and so that's expected.
Eyewitness News understands that Prime Minister Philip Davis, along with officials from the Disaster Risk Management Authority, are touring affected islands to begin damage assessments and plan rebuilding operations. Linton Ritchie Jr., Eyewitness News.
Meantime, Prime Minister Philip Davis on the ground touring the central and southeast Bahamas today, conducting assessments following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. The devastation, was far less than many expected, but all eyes were on the challenges being experienced in Long Island today with flooding. Yesterday in Parliament, Davis assured residents that no matter the damage or difficulty, the government would be committed to rebuilding. He traveled along with the minister responsible for the Disaster Risk Management Authority, Leon Lundy, and other government officials. A team still now touring those islands. We'll have the latest in a later report, but be sure to tune into our digital platform for all of the latest updates. Eye on Melissa. Well, despite claims from residents that they were left stranded ahead of Hurricane Melissa's landfall, the Long Island MP Adrian Gibson is rejecting those suggestions tonight that government failed residents in helping them to evacuate. Gibson says he spoke directly with the minister responsible for the DRM, Leon Lundy, advising that residents wishing to evacuate should be given the same opportunity as the 1,500 people that were relocated from the southern eastern Bahamas earlier this week. He added that while Long Island was initially outside of the forecast cone, a northwest shift in Melissa's track late Tuesday resulted in the central Bahamas taking a stronger hit than expected. Gibson noted that he remains in close contact with authorities to ensure post-storm recovery efforts are efficiently coordinated. News from Hurricane Melissa tonight. Despite the heavy wind and rainfall by Category 1 Hurricane Melissa, the island of Exuma, residents there say they were spared as damage was minimal and no lives were lost. The island administrator, Christian Palacios, telling Eyewitness News assessments across the island are being completed, and the island also welcoming its first group of visitors just a few hours after Melissa left.
Yes, we are currently in cleanup mode. BPL teams are on the ground actively trying to restore power. We had a lot of down power lines. Residences are still cleaning up. We had a lot of broken trees throughout the island. So we are basically just cleaning up and trying to get things back to normal. We had no flooding. There's water settled in certain areas, but it's not to the point where persons are not able to pass. The airport is currently open. Bahamas Air flight was expected in at 2. We also had an international flight that came in earlier today. So the airport is up and running.
Well, as Jamaica begins to pick up the pieces from Monster Storm Melissa that battered the island earlier this week, it left behind a wake of destruction. Relief is already pouring in from local and international partners, all thanks to the Fox Foundation in partnership with 25 United. The two groups working together, flying in two relief planes today to the storm-damaged island that took a blow from Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. Co-founder of the Fox Foundation, Dr. Adrian Fox, along with 25 United Stephen Layton, said the initiative was to bring immediate relief to our brothers and sisters who were hit the hardest, stressing that in times like this, we must be our brother's keeper. Special thanks also being conveyed tonight to Mona Issa of the Good Life Bahamas and Paradeep Vansoy, who is the global head of data and AI programs at Amazon. Both also assisted to ensure that the relief effort was a success. According to Dr. Fox, 9 additional planes will travel to Jamaica by Sunday with the much-needed goods to assist those in need. While the Fox Foundation continuing its community outreach, this time with a donation toward the community center. It's a project being led by the Living Waters Kingdom Ministry. Co-founder Adriana Fox presented the contribution on Sunday on behalf of founder Dr. Adrian Fox, noting that nearly $1 million has already been invested in the project. She says the foundation remains focused on building stronger communities, one step at a time.
You know, we're not just only at Living Waters, we Bahamian. We want to help the Bahamas and we want to go a long way.
Yes.
So thank you, Dr. Adrian Fox, and continue believing in our
Doc.
Well, the Anatole Rogers High School will be closed on Friday as a result of nomination day for the upcoming by-election in the Golden Isles constituency. In a statement released by the Ministry of Education officials confirming that the temporary closure is to facilitate that process and ensure safety and accountability. The school will resume classes on Monday, November 3rd. Meantime, tomorrow is nomination day for the by-election in the Golden Isles constituency. Laurentia Smith catching up today with the Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson as preparations are underway.
With all roads leading to the Anatole Rogers High School for nomination day on Friday, will there be other candidates contesting the Golden Isles seat?
We have had inquiries from several independent candidates. At least 2 came to the office. So we expect we'll have some independent candidates also.
That's Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson sharing who else could also be nominated, aside from Darren Pickstock of the Progressive Liberal Party, Brian Brown of the Free National Movement, and Brian Roll of the Coalition of Independents, who all are expected to submit their documents to the department returning officer to be formally nominated as the candidate for the by-election, as some 7,924 voters are expected to head to the polls on November 24th.
Well, that is the key for any election, because once we have the nomination process completed, then we know the candidates who will be running. The next step will be to print the ballots.
This by-election comes following the passing of the area's Member of Parliament, Vaughn Miller, who died in September. And this is the second by-election in which the department has had to prepare for within the last 2 years. Thompson says that his team is all ready to go and explains the importance of nomination day.
They must have a declaration of assets, a form of nomination paper, their declaration that they qualified to run, and $400. They have to be a Bahamian citizen and at least 18 plus years.
Nomination day starts at 9 a.m. and will close at 12 noon on Friday, October 31st. Laurentia Smith, Eyewitness News.
Well, Free National Movement Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands revealing to Eyewitness News the candidate lineup for tomorrow's nomination day ahead of the Golden Isles by-election. It's expected that F&M candidate Brian Brown, Progressive Liberal Party candidate Darren Pickstock, and Coalition of Independents candidate Brian Roll will put themselves forth on Friday morning at the Anatole Rogers School.
We have agreed after conversation between the COI, the PLP, and the Free National Movement that the COI will nominate first at about 9, and we will go at about 9:40 or thereabout, and the PLP at about 10:15. Okay? that will avoid any confusion. We've agreed that that's when the various political organizations will approach the site for nomination.
Sands noting tomorrow will officially mark the start of the FNM, hoping to flip the Golden Isles constituency from gold to red and add another FNM member to Parliament to the opposition.
And that's when the various political organizations will approach the site for nomination. And, these things tend to be jubilant, euphoric, but if you have a lot of people, you can have, you want to have it organized. So that'll be the order. We expect to have an excited crowd as Brian Brown is nominated and as he begins his march towards victory.
Well, with the Coalition of Independents and the Free National Movement and the governing Progressive Liberal Party all announcing candidates to contest the upcoming Golden Isles seat with a by-election, the only remaining question is whether the newly returned Democratic National Alliance will also enter that race tomorrow. Executive member within the party, Rudolph Dean, addressed that question earlier today.
No, we won't be nominating a candidate tomorrow. But, the process is ongoing at the election, in an observer capacity.
And while the DNA will be observing the by-election rather than participating, Dean also provided an update on the party's readiness for the next general election come 2026.
The process is ongoing.
Well, the Democratic National Alliance recently announced its return to frontline politics, but has confirmed it will not contest the upcoming Golden Isles by-election. The question remains about the party's readiness, leadership, and relevance on a national stage. Eyewitness News turning to social media today, posing the question, do you believe Bahamian voters are open to giving third parties a serious chance, or is the political culture too entrenched in a PLP or FNM loyalty? 40% of participants voting yes, the people are ready for change, while some 8% voting possibly, only if trust is rebuilt. 52% voting no, the two-party system is just too strong. Be sure to continue to participate in our daily digital polls because your voice matters. Be sure to lock in to all of our digital platforms for full coverage on tomorrow's nomination day. Well, if you've got a news tip or if you've seen news in the making, call the Ion News hotline at 397-6397. We also invite you to send your letters to the editor for publication on all of our social media platforms, Eyewitness News Bahamas at gmail.com. And if you're watching on our Facebook or YouTube page, share your thoughts about today's stories in the comment section. We want to hear from you. We're just getting started in Eyewitness News tonight, but when we come back, the judiciary decides whether an alleged killer linked to 2 deadly shootings will be granted bail. We've got that story coming up. And later tonight, Family Island pastors are speaking out tonight. We'll tell you why right after this break.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao.
No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
Fill up box for all $30.
The new KFC Fill-Up Box, serving 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 buttery biscuits, crispy fries to share, and 12 premium original recipe KFC nuggets, all packed into one crave-worthy box. So dig in and do whatever the crunch you want with the KFC Fill-Up Box. Only at KFC, it's finger-licking good.
What, this car sexy yet? Man, I need to upgrade, eh?
That's easy. Just apply for a cash and go loan. Once approved, you're in the giveaway.
This second, this lady even got no Bluetooth. You want some presents?
Yes.
No. I guess ain't nobody getting presents this year.
This Christmas, trade up. Get approved for a loan on Cash and Go and enter to win this brand new Kia.
Only one item? Are you tired of limited choices? I'll have the one item on the menu, thank you. Wow! So many choices. Why settle for less when you deserve more? When it comes to the ways you pay, the more, the better. With a variety of payment options available, you can enjoy the freedom to choose what works best for you. Choose freedom. Choose flexibility. Choose from the full menu of payment options. The future of pay is digital.
Registering for the advanced poll? Listen up. 2 deadlines are looming. Overseas voters must apply by Thursday, October 30th. Special voters have until Thursday, November 6th. Who qualifies? An overseas voter is a Bahamian eligible to vote from abroad, like students studying overseas and certain government personnel posted outside the Bahamas, along with qualifying spouses and immediate family. A special voter is someone who may be unable to vote in person on election day, including those 65 and older, hospitalized or in a care facility, pregnant, or who have recently given birth, traveling or stationed overseas on election day, candidates and their spouses, election workers, and parliamentary registration employees. For the full list of who qualifies and how to apply, click the link in the caption or pause the screen. Don't miss your deadline. Apply for the advanced poll today.
This segment of Eyewitness News is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back. Here's a look at your Eyewitness News gas tracker, $5.48 at both Esso and Rubis tonight. Shell coming in at $5.55. Welcome back. You're watching Eyewitness News. Well, tonight the judiciary once again tasked with determining if an alleged killer who's at the center of 2 separate deadly shootings gets bail due to a long delayed trial, or whether a judge will use their discretion and grant bail. Our Jose Etienne joining me live in studio to further discuss tonight. Jose?
Well, Jania, it's yet another case that captures a standoff between prosecutors and defense over an alleged killer who was entitled to bail after being held behind bars for over 3 years with no trial seemingly in sight. Godfrey Minnis is accused of the March 21st, 2022 fatal shooting of Bertram Moss in Baintown. This recent court hearing may have arguably put pressure on the prosecution, given that the defense is demanding for their client to be granted bail, as is his constitutional right. But Public Prosecutions Director Cordell Frazier fired back, noting that the prosecution could begin the trial next month while claiming that the accused killer is a flight risk. The DPP also told the court that Minnis had already picked up a murder charge when he shot and killed Moss. Prior to that crime, prosecutors say Minnis shot Philip Moxie in 2022. Moxie died months later, and so prosecutors are hell-bent on not granting the accused bail. Now, this case mirrors that of Raheem Charlton, a man accused of 2 separate murders. He was held behind bars on remand since 2021 when the crimes occurred, but up until earlier this year when granted bail, given that 4 years later, no trial date was decided. And so we await to see if this will be Minnis' fate, as Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson is expected to announce a decision on November 12th. Back to you, Janelle.
Thanks so much, Jose. Meantime, police have arrested 3 people, 2 men and a woman, after uncovering an illegal firearm and a stash of suspected drugs during a joint operation on East Street South on Wednesday, according to reports around 1:30 p.m. Officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit and the Canine Support Unit searched a vehicle with 3 occupants inside. They found marijuana-infused treats and a quantity of suspected ecstasy pills. The operation then expanded to a nearby residence where police recovered additional marijuana and an illegal firearm. The suspects, 2 men ages 34 and 22 and a 19-year-old woman, were taken into custody and remain detained as investigations continue tonight. On to some other news. A group of pastors in North Abaco are coming together, raising concern about an issue they say is impacting the island. Our Laurencia Smith has the details tonight.
The North Abaco Pastors Association says it's time for action. Members say residents are frustrated that infrastructure in the North Abaco area continues to deteriorate. Association President Reverend Marvin Mills describes the condition of the port and its surrounding area as concerning and is urging Prime Minister Philip Davis to step in.
$41 million should not sit down and rot. We're not asking for port to be open so we can just have some groceries come through. We're asking for the port to be open so that we can realize the greater benefits for future generations.
Over the years, successive governments have promised to upgrade the North Abaco port. But the question remains, what's next? And more than 5 years after Hurricane Dorian ripped through the island, the Treasure Key Airport still a shell of its former self. Pastor Cedric Bullard warns the runway is an accident waiting to happen and is calling on the Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper, who also serves as the Minister of Aviation, to step in immediately.
That airport is actually 1432, and I've observed on one of my flights, as I was taxiing down, there was a pothole. I hope it sticks, because on landing with a speed of about 90 to 700 miles per hour for a jet, if they were to blow a tire on landing, it could be disastrous.
While Reverend Rudy McKinney is also raising concerns about the state of the roads in North Abaco.
Current lights that would put more cost on the Bahamian people, but we could buy solar lights, and we could start with putting one every 10 poles. And as the monies or as the resources come, we can come back and drop one every 5 poles. And as it comes, we can drop back every other pole, until we have this whole place from Marsh Harbor all the way through fully lighted up.
The association says they're not trying to make their concerns political, but they simply want what's best for Abaconians. Laurencia Smith, Eyewitness News.
Well, the Bahamas Society for Human Resource Management bringing hundreds of human resource professionals together at the British Colonial from companies in the capital to celebrate their 2025 annual conference under the theme Thrive. President Lashanta Smith says the conference serves as a learning experience for HR professionals to bounce their ideas with the ultimate goal of bettering work environments across the country.
And here we gather as HR professionals, everyone in our HR community, to sharpen the saw, as you say. We learn from industry experts. We talk about what's trending, and then we really develop ourselves for the year ahead. And so we're focused on talent management, HR strategy, innovation, value, and empowerment as HR professionals. So everything from labor legislation, which we've been involved with locally, and then we're talking about AI, all kinds of value that you can bring as an HR professional, how to be a little bit more strategic in the workplace. So things that HR professionals need right now to thrive in the workplace. We expect 200 to 250 professionals, and that's everything from our attendees who are members and members of the HR community at large. And then we also have companies represented in our expo. So we have about 12 plus corporate sponsors. So we have a very vibrant expo outside that are adjacent. So HR systems, insurance companies.
Director of Labor Howard Thompson bringing remarks at the opening of the conference, citing that efforts are ongoing to transform labor in the Bahamas and to bring about better conditions for staffers.
We are reinforcing anti-discrimination protections and anti-harassment safeguards because every Bahamian worker deserves a workplace that is safe, inclusive, and above all, respectful. This progress involves eventual amendments to the major labor legislation. As you know, the Employment Act, the Industrial Relations Act, the Public Service Act, and the general orders will all be affected by this. This reform process is the product of a collaborative effort by all tripartite stakeholders, including government, unions, and employer confederations, to get us to this point. As HR professionals, I hope you are tuned into these changes and are taking advantage of the opportunities to provide feedback, such as at the town hall meetings that were held a couple of weeks ago. Now, the government is moving forward aggressively to advance these changes.
That HR conference also bringing together some top companies. Our Delano Roker has the details tonight.
Human resources professionals from across the country gathered to the Bahamas Society for Human Resource Management's annual conference, Diamond sponsored by Island Luck. This year's discussion focused on the evolving world of work and the critical role HR plays in driving organizational success.
Well, you know, with Island Luck, our goal is to always give back to the Bahamas and, you know, help the Bahamian citizen through our ILCARES Foundation. HR is something I do believe is the partner of businesses, and we need, you know, persons to be certified, get the certifications that they need to go, and this is who you need to connect. Business needs to connect with different partners, and that's how you see success.
Island Luck's Chief Operating Officer, Adriana Fox, highlighting the impact of artificial intelligence and how technology is helping companies stay ahead of the curve.
We have so many systems throughout. You have HR, you have finance, you have operation, and no one knows exactly what's going on at the same time. There's no real connection. And I feel at Island Luck we believe on digital systems. We believe in how can we integrate most of our platforms with one another. And I believe if most companies adapt to AI, machine learning, you will have more fairer decisions, and it helps you with your processes, your policies. It gives you even ideas of things that you probably didn't even think about. So I do believe that innovation is definitely key in new businesses.
BSHRM Vice President of Finance, Candice Gomez, noting the support from the business community, with sponsors representing a range of industries. She added that the conference goes beyond networking. It's about national growth and preparing for labor reforms as the Bahamas transitions into a more digital workplace.
So we are here to empower and educate our HR professionals in the Bahamas. We want to make sure the persons know that we are connected. We had the Department of Labor Director here this morning, and he talked about our partnership, our support, and especially as we talk about the labor reform that they are currently working on. So we're just excited to be connected, to be integrated, and to be here to celebrate all of our hard-working HR professionals here in the Bahamas. Our title sponsor is CG, so we're powered by CG Atlantic, but we also have two dynamic diamond sponsors. We have Doctors Hospital and Island Luck, and they've been awesome to us. We appreciate their support. We have platinum sponsors, RF Bank and Trust. We have WorkZoom. We have Nassau agencies. So we have amazing sponsors, and we thank them for their support and partnership.
And while the Bahamas chapter hosted the event, organizers say the conversation extended beyond borders, bringing global insight into the future of human resources.
Over 300,000 members in 180 countries. Statistics we've put out, we're impacting over 362 million lives, families as well as workers. And so our mission is to better the workplace. And so in our partnership with Bahamas, we're doing just that.
Delana Roker, Eyewitness News.
So to come in Eyewitness News tonight, the Bahamas AIDS Foundation prepares for the Red Ribbon Ball. We've got the details, but first, a check on tonight's weather forecast.
Bahamas is all about Alpha Songs, 25 years of greatness. Kesty Band is going to be there to celebrate. You don't know.
Them just want to jump. Don't tell me about work in the morning. Unless we're talking hard work. Talking hard work. Talking hard work. And I feel like just with $1 million ready to go, yeah. We go make them jump. We go make them jump. We go make them jump. Them just want to jump.
Miss Ocean, back your way. Bless up.
Man, I've been at this for hours, wait, trying to find this bucket list bliss treasure everybody talking about. Finally, Miko, you still out here digging for treasure like you was pirates? You out here sweating like you fighting for your life? Only thing you doing is putting sand in my drink, Miko. Miko!
Good news! You don't have to dig for this treasure. Just apply and get approved for a BOB loan or credit card, and you're in to win a trip of a lifetime. Plus other great prizes like water park passes, restaurant vouchers, and VIP movie tickets. Get approved and you could be living large in Las Vegas, striking a pose in Paris, catching a cab in New York, twisted spaghetti in Rome, looking royal in London, or shopping in Panama.
X marks the spot, and it's right here at BOB. And don't forget to get a loan with my name too, because I'm going to ruin Miko.
Apply today for a BOB loan or Visa credit card. Win the trip of a lifetime, plus weekly prizes. Email loans@bankbahamas.com.
Others may try, but nobody delivers the savings like Super Value and Quality supermarkets. Seabass tuna, 5 ounces, 85 cents. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 5.5 ounces, 99 cents. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounces, $3.49. Green peppers, $1.89 per pound. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. With savings in every aisle, you could shop with a smile at Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. Well, tonight it's a first look at damage assessment in the central and southeast Bahamas following the passage of Hurricane Melissa tonight. Although the all clear has not been given, disaster management officials say the impact so far has been minimal, with only some minor flooding and wind damage reported in some islands. Our Devontae Hanna now in Cat Island tonight with the latest on recovery efforts and initial assessments on the ground. Devontae?
Well, good evening, Janae. It's been a pretty long day. Right now we're in Cat Island, but we've been to Auckland's Long Island to assess the damage, along with a delegation led by Prime Minister Philip Davis, as well as officials from the Disaster Risk Management Authority. And the word tonight is that many of these islands fared pretty well outside of some minor damage. We got an update from the DRM. Here's what they had to say.
Damages, we were blessed to have been spared significant damage. There was some flooding in many of the islands, not significant. Long Island still has some flooding in the roads in the area of Grace, some flooding at the airport in Deadman's Key, as I mentioned. Auckland's fared reasonably well, as did Crooked Island. We will get a further assessment from from San Salvador and Rumkey, but we believe the reports are similar.
We have seen minimal impacts. The DRM has a technical team, a rapid damage assessment team, as we call it, of about 16 members on the ground. We just left them in Long Island conducting their inspections on the ground, and once they're completed, they will stop for today and then head into Inagua tomorrow to complete their damage assessment reports.
So as you can see, Janaea, the work continues here in the central and southeastern Bahamas. They are most importantly happy that there were no lives lost and very little damage here on the islands in this region of the Bahamas. So reporting from Cat Island, I'm going to send it back to you in studio. Janelle.
Thanks so much, Devontae. Of course, we'll have an extended report from Devontae and the team when they return. Well, the Bahamas Age Foundation is gearing up for one of its most anticipated annual events. The Red Ribbon Ball is set for November 8th of this year. The foundation is turning its spotlight toward the city that helped to shape the global fight against HIV and AIDS. New York City President Aramay Ford, said that the theme not only honors New York's legacy of advocacy and resilience, but also reflects the foundation's ongoing mission of compassion and support right here at home.
HIV is a human disease and not a gay disease, not a disease attributed to a certain sexual orientation, ethnicity, age, and anything. It's a human disease. And so New York really set the standard for how we respond to HIV in the world. And so we're just paying homage to New York. Wildflowers, who is decorating the ballroom, will have very iconic New York spots during the cocktail reception. So I encourage people to come early, where you could, a lot of Instagrammable spaces in the cocktail reception. So we intend to have a beautiful ball. Commonwealth Brewery will be in the house with very luxurious wines. John Bull will be there with all. Jimmy Choo is coming out at the ball because we're paying homage to New York. So John Bull will be there with the Tiffany Hardware and Jimmy Choo. We have Zama in the house with sound and lighting. And of course, Atlantis, for obvious reasons, is one of our big sponsors as well.
Ford emphasizing tonight that every dollar raised from the Red Ribbon Ball goes directly toward local programming, from educational outreach and counseling to medication assistance and youth empowerment initiatives.
Adolescent intervention program where we support adolescents that need care. We have an education program. We travel around the country and we talk to children and adults at age-appropriate conversations about HIV and how to protect themselves. We've just invested in self-testing kits where people can go and test themselves if they're afraid to go to the clinic or a lab and be tested. We provide third-line medication to patients who are not responsive to the medication that the government provides. We also involve ourselves in testing. So for us, education, testing is important, and just ensuring that people understand that they don't have to contract this disease, that PrEP is available, that's pre-exposure prophylactics. And if a person is on PrEP and they are exposed to HIV, they have a very good chance of not contracting the disease, over 98% chance of not contracting HIV.
So to come in Eyewitness News tonight, our Laurencia Smith has your latest check on sports right after this break.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a Dave's single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Registering for the advanced poll? Listen up. 2 deadlines are looming. Overseas voters must apply by Thursday, October 30th. Special voters have until Thursday, November 6th. Who qualifies? An overseas voter is a Bahamian eligible to vote from abroad, like students studying overseas and certain government personnel posted outside the Bahamas, along with qualifying spouses and immediate family. A special voter is someone who may be unable to vote in person on election day, including those 65 and older, hospitalized or in a care facility, pregnant, or who have recently given birth, traveling or stationed overseas on election day, candidates and their spouses, election workers, and parliamentary registration employees. For the full list of who qualifies and how to apply, click the link in the caption or pause the screen. Don't miss your deadline. Apply for the advanced poll today.
Things may be tough. tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Eyewitness Sports is brought to you by 103.5 The Beat.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Eyewitness Sports. I'm Laurencia Smith. Thanks for joining us. Topping sports tonight, the 2025 Grand Bahama Games slated for November 3rd. The games will feature 5 sporting disciplines, with players making up a cross-section of the 5 constituencies in the second city, bringing together communities for healthy competition and unity. Grand Bahama Sports Council President Darrell Weir says that he's looking forward to the community to come out and support. We'll definitely stay tuned to Eyewitness Sports for the latest highlights from the games. Now let's head on over to Mingo Nation. The University of the Bahamas men's soccer team made a statement in their 2025-2026 league opener, taking down the defending champions, the Western Warriors 5-0. Philip Pilgrim scored a hat-trick with goals in the 26th, 54th, and 64th minute, all set up by Captain Ronaldo Green, who also scored in the 90th.
We knew we had to start hot. Warriors are the defending champions the last 3-4 years, and they're the team to beat, so we set the standard high.
We started off 1-0. I think we could have had more, but it's the first game of the season. The team had to build into it. As we go on in the game, as you can see, we gradually pick up the tempo and the pace. From all these years, Warriors have been given out to us.
And finally, in sports, we're on the volleyball court with GSSA. The volleyball season continued on Wednesday night with some exciting matchups. At the C.I. Gibson Gymnasium, the C.C. Sweet and Colbert senior girls rolled past the Anatole Roger Timberwolves in a straight set, 25-14 and 25-21. The Cobras set the pace early and never let up. In the senior boys division, the tables turned as the Timberwolves defeated the Cobras 25-23 and 25-12. Over at the D.W. Davis Gymnasium, the Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins and the C.R. Walker Knights split victories. The Mystic Marlins senior girls beat the Lady Knights in a straight set, 25-15, 25-19, while the Knights senior boys took a hard-fought 3-set win, 25-19, 10-25, and 15-13. Well, that's what's making sports at this hour. I'm Laurencia Smith. Stay tuned for more news on the other side of the break.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites. We offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
7.5 years, gonna walk in here all of a sudden, total stranger. I'm calling you Rick and Sheila.
I'm Ben. At Island Lock, we take sports seriously. Get ready to experience the thrill of winning, anytime and any place. Bet in real time and live the thrill of every play while watching your winnings stack up. It's your chance to score big with fast payouts and a world-class experience. Get in the game and bet the Bahamian way with Island Luck Sportsbook.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Well, that wraps up news this Thursday. Coming up and Beyond the Headlines with Shanique Miller, a look at today's top stories. Also counting down to nomination day. That's tomorrow. That's coming up and Beyond the Headlines. It starts right after this. That does it for us here at Eyewitness News. It's certainly been a pleasure having you in our company tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Janae Nawal saying good night and be safe, everyone.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
So you want a space, but not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space? The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
And I know what you do. Coming up tonight, with nearly 8,000 registered voters in the Golden Isles constituency, at least 5 candidates may appear on the ballot. I'll tell you who the newcomers are. It's nomination day in the Golden Isles constituency tomorrow. We take a look at what's expected. Meanwhile, the Bahamas General Workers Union says BAIC is lacking attention on many levels and is calling for the outstanding issues that have been lingering for too long to be addressed. Also, Prime Minister Davis and a team carried out assessments in the central and southern islands of the Bahamas today after Category 2 Hurricane Melissa. We'll tell you what they found. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, Prime Minister Davis led a team to the central and southern Bahamas today. He was there to assess damage in the wake of Category 2 Hurricane Melissa that in some areas had strong wind gusts and heavy rainfall, roof damage and flooding, power outages even. Devontae Hanna accompanied the Prime Minister and team on that assessment trip. Well, there you have it. Of course, last night, if you saw the show, we featured a whole number of those things. We, in fact, discussed with many residents last night, the night before, many who were being evacuated, many who decided to stay, just a whole number of things that made up this entire process since Monday and certainly Tuesday. And so we're going to get into that right now about, and you know what's grateful though, is the fact that there was not any significant damage or reports of injury right now. And so we're very grateful for that. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Beyond the Headlines contributors, Ellington Ferguson and Glenroy Pratt. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines.
Good evening, Shanique. Good evening, Bahamas. Certainly, it's a pleasure to be here once again.
Good evening, Shanique, and good evening, Bahamas.
Guys, it's good to see you both. Let's just talk about what we witnessed. Of course, the Prime Minister met today, spoke with administrators, spoke with residents, spoke with any number of family islanders in any of those areas, whether it was Central Bahamas or Southern Bahamas. Your thoughts, one, we saw Andrew Holness the following day, in fact, get on a helicopter and did his assessments. Well, this is what Prime Minister Davis and team decided they would do as well. Get into it very quickly. Your thoughts on some of the damage, roof damage, shingles, and that kind of thing, and flooding in some of the areas.
Once again, we must say thank God. His grace and mercy is continually extended to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and we've been spared the brunt of what a monster Melissa was. And thank God for the slowing down of the veracity of the storm by the mountains of Jamaica and Cuba and enter the Bahamas as a Category 2. There are some damage, some minimal flooding, and people lost some shingles, trees down, some structures down, a little flooding in the roads and stuff, and no loss of life. We're grateful for that. And once again, we've made it through this one. Our prayers goes out to the people of Jamaica and Cuba who've had a more significant impact from this storm. And we pray that everything resolves as the Prime Minister moves around, him and his team moves around and assess the damage. And we hope that we can get some level of assistance to these people in this community as soon as possible. We know that this is an election season, but hopefully that doesn't hamper it, and we can get some assistance down to these people and get them their lives back to normal, get these people who we brought from those islands, get them back home as soon as possible so that they can assess their damage and get their lives back to normal.
Yeah, I just also want to echo the fact that we're grateful to the fact that we haven't had any loss of life. When you consider, I think Jamaica, they're starting to find a few bodies in the Black River and in the surrounding areas. Haiti has had about almost 30 deaths already through the mudslide and so on, just from one storm. And this one storm has touched every big island in the Caribbean. All the big islands in the Caribbean has been touched, and then the Bahamas itself. We all live in a hurricane belt, and so obviously this is alarming and concerning, the fact that we have been having such hurricanes with such ferocious approach. We have had almost up to 4 to 5 Category 4 and above storms this year. Luckily, only one has come, and it only takes one, to be honest with you, to make any significant impact. But the reality is, over a long-term period, we as a country and as a people in this whole region need to start to think about plans and how we're going to, find ourselves dealing with such catastrophic situations, because At some point, are we going to be continuously be insurable? Are we able to sustain ourselves after these natural disasters on a consistent basis? And so we're seeing changes that needs to take place.
You backed it right to there, what you said. On Tuesday evening, I had a statement in the state minister in the office of the Prime Minister of Jamaica on the show, and he said that their food supply, they're a huge farming and agriculture nation as well. That entire area was damaged. So therefore, all the crop and the farming and the farms of that area, they don't even know what they can find and salvage. They have to start from the beginning, really. And you are so right. The thing is, in this region where we are in this hurricane belt and we are very vulnerable, we have got to, now farm differently, build differently, have proper shelters that can withstand 200 miles per hour winds and just so much more.
Yeah, we have to change the way we build our homes now. We have to be more, the government has to take a more strong approach in terms of making sure people are adhering to the building standards and so on, because obviously if they don't, then we pay the price at the end of the day with lives being lost. So there are a lot of things that needs to take place relative to us preparing ourselves for these natural disasters, and as of late, it seems to be consistent. I mean, and if you take this same concept and apply this over the next 5, 6, 7 years, you mean to tell me every time you would have reconstructed, rebuilt, you would have had to go through this again? So we definitely need to look at some things and approach this whole thing differently.
I think if I may chime in, Glenn Roy talked about us adhering to the building codes. Let me take it a little further than just adhering to the building codes. When you talk about roof damages and stuff, not only adhering, I think we need to really look at the building codes, because you can adhere to the building codes, and we have this style where we have these huge overhang with our roof, and that gives much meat for the hurricane winds to lift your roof off. So maybe we should look at shorten that a little bit, and kind of all of these things matters in hurricanes. The forces of nature have been here from time and eternity. We just learning about some of these things. It's going to be with us. We just must learn how to be more resilient and adjust ourselves to it. These things have happened in the past long before our time, and they will continue to happen.
You're right. We have had these this sort of category strength hurricanes in the 1700s, in the 1600s, in the 1800s, and even in the early 2000s. But I'd say over 100 years ago, we've been experiencing this. The better thing is we now have warning systems, better systems to forecast and project where a storm is headed. But again, it just seems, maybe because it's our time now, it just seems that these are more ferocious. And they are, I imagine, even though they were Category 5 and whatnot back then. So we have got to now, since we're smarter, since we're more modern and advanced, we have to step in, gentlemen, and we've got to do more. I know last evening on this show, one of the people in Acklands who decided to stay put and not evacuate said maybe if perhaps each island, not just in Michael, but each island can have a properly constructed shelter that serves as, multi-purpose, but a shelter, that'll help as well. Your thoughts?
I always say this as a country living in a hurricane belt. To be honest, we need to move even to another level, where from starting as young students, we need to, every citizen at some point need to be able to learn how to do basic building. So much so that if we do face a natural disaster, look at this situation for an example. Jamaica is destroyed in some ways. You have other islands that are impacted. When we have a natural disaster that hits one island, we rely on other islands to help us. Well, what happens in situations like this where you have multiple islands and multiple countries have been impacted? Who do you rely on? We only have to look within ourselves to help ourselves. And so by doing that, we need to make sure that our citizens have the necessary skills to help rebuild their country should we face such a calamitous event. And that means that whether we do little basic electrical training, basic little carpentry training, basic little masonry training, and so much so that when we do face these catastrophic events, more of us can jump in to help rebuild our country.
And again, we talked about this before as well. Maybe that national training, and I know BTVI is there, but maybe another institution similar to TBI that can train more people. And so that
Absolutely.
you're right, there's more
On a
hands on
national
deck.
level.
Absolutely. But gentlemen, we can be there and discuss that for the rest of this segment. But let's move ahead very, very quickly because we have so much more to get to. Now, you all, the nomination day for the Golden Isles by-election is tomorrow. I know all eyes will be fixed. Get this, you all. There are 7,900 plus registered voters, just shy of 8,000 in Golden Isles. First of all, you heard me talk about all of that, right? There are going to be at least 5 nominees. Are you all surprised at that? We know the PLP, we know the FNM, we know the Coalition of Independents. I am being told, and our reporter Laurencia Smith spoke with Harrison Thompson, parliamentary registrar today, who says that 2 independents have expressed an interest. Your thoughts of how this is all going to play out with about 8,000 registered voters and possibly 5 candidates?
Well, you know, in terms of the the constituents, I am one of them, and so are you.
You are one.
Yes, and so the reality is that it is a good race. I mean, and let's face it though, I mean, the 2 top political parties are the ones in this race, and that is where it's going to land. I hear the leader of the coalition has a fixation on his own candidate in the sense of telling the people that he has done nothing for the constituents and all this other stuff. And he kept calling his name Brian Roll. I know who he meant, but the reality of it is, it seems as if he is solidifying the defeat of his own candidate by consistently saying what he's been saying.
What is he saying? I didn't get it.
He's saying that he has done nothing for the constituency, and he kept using the word Brian Roll, his own candidate. You know, it's unfortunate.
Oh, you think he was referring to Brian Brown?
Well, he was referring to Brian Brown in his head, but out of his mouth.
Thank you for clearing it up for him.
Wow.
Good job clearing it up for him.
You know, but I'm not clearing it up. He is being factual in what he said. You know, I'm just going to go and say that the facts are that this race is about between 2 individuals, and let's see where it falls. But ironically, though, I hear some people talking about you know, how much was been done. And I heard a current candidate under the current administration saying that he is the only man that can fix things and he is the only man who can do things. The whole ironic scenario is, as I said in the last show, you have all these boots on the ground and then we have all these potholes. If you can't fix the basic and you're a government, then you don't deserve the people vote.
Wow, you say fix the potholes, let's get the potholes fixed.
Basics.
I beg to differ with Glenn Roy. He
I'm
said
sure.
that it's going to be solely between the 2 major parties, the Progressive Liberal Party and the Free National Movement. I think you're pretty much underestimating the level of disillusionment of some people. The coalition is going to be a real spoiler, one side or the other, in this by-election. This is going to set the tone for both parties to take a second look at what they're doing and how they're doing what they're doing. The coalition will definitely be a factor. Not that I believe that their candidate will win, but there will be a factor as it relates to a level of spoiling for one of the 2 major parties. But it's shaping up to be very interesting. The other 2 persons, I don't think is going to be significant. Whoever they are, I don't know who they are. I don't think they're going to be significant one way or the other.
No, started there. Watch this independent come. Watch this independent candidate come out of nowhere and shake things up. Listen,
unless it's you and you trying to tell us something.
You keep your mouth closed until you go at 9:30 to nominate. And when you see my team, that's all I'm saying. So listen, gentlemen, the DNA, the Democratic National Alliance, has announced today that they will not be contesting the by-election in Golden Isles. Does the DNA, especially the fact that they have just re-emerged, should they have participated and show that they are serious to be taken seriously this election season?
No. No, they should not have participated. If it is a true fact that they're really forming and preparing to test, I think they should get on the ground, do some work. They're not ready for this by-election. I don't think they should waste their time. And I hope they're not one of those other 2 persons that are going in. But it's a very good decision by them not to even bother with it.
Glenroy, do you agree?
I couldn't say it any better.
You're all wrong.
DNA did nothing at all or something like that, right? I don't know. It's unfortunate that they even waited this late. If you're going to be serious about the electoral process, you must enter the race a little earlier and show people that you're serious. At this late stage of the game, it's just too late.
Yeah.
Now, would the person, obviously, Glenroy, you have been harping on the fact that, listen, really, the two major parties and their candidates that they will put up, they have some proving to do and some work to get done. What would either being elected and being successful, Glenroy and Ellington, at the polls mean for Golden Isles?
Well, I would hope that all the promises being made will be something that will, come to fruition in some areas. I mean, obviously, I can attest that Brian Brown has been on the ground consistently. And not only has he been on the ground, whatever resources that he has put to the plow or put out there has been in the constituency, whether it was taking the older folks out on field trips and having, constituency office open from the duration of the time that he was not even in office, having the ability to do summer school and all that stuff over the years, and just doing stuff in the community. If he could have done that without the resources, I could only imagine what he would do with the resources.
A win for the Free National Movement means that we're on the right path. Let's go, let's finish the job in the general election. A loss would be, hey, let's look at what we are, who we are, let's look at leadership. A win for the Progressive Liberal Party will mean, hey guys, we've pretty much still got the Bahamian people, we still got a lot more work to do. A loss will mean the beginning of the fall of the dominoes for the Progressive Liberal Party.
Okay, listen, we are going to get into that certainly tomorrow, so you want to tune into tomorrow's show for sure, because we're going to see who nominated, who they are, and really get into it. Beyond the Headlines is back right after this.
Welcome to Blissful Escapes, where luxury meets affordability. Whether you're seeking relief from aches and pains, or simply looking to indulge in some well-deserved pampering, relax and detox in our infrared sauna. Enjoy a soothing Swedish massage or an invigorating exfoliating body scrub. We also provide advanced facial treatments using cutting-edge technology, including hydrofacial, microneedling, and microcurrent therapies, located at the shops of Cable Beach Plaza.
Bahamas is all about Alpha Songs, 25 years of greatness. Kesty Band is going to be there to celebrate. You don't know.
Them just want to jump. Don't tell me about work in the morning, unless we're talking hard work. Talking hard work. Talking hard work. Hello. And I feel like just with $1 million, ready to go. Yeah. We go make them jump. We go make them jump. We go make them jump. Them just want to jump.
Miss Ocean, Makiawe, bless up.
Calling the Junkanoo community. Staying Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, counting down the years of hit songs after hit songs. KB.
Boy, you don't know me yet.
Colin McDonald. Stevie S. Tyson Knight. And D-Man. Music by DJ Reverend DJ Pressure. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm, Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Get your tickets online at www.bahamasietickets.com. The Home Gallery, Faith Dental Center, The Farm, or call 424-6433 or 477-0191. It's 25 years, baby!
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
The race to 2026 is heating up, and the nation's voice is louder than ever. Here on Beyond the Headlines, we're checking the mood, the momentum, and the message of the people. I'm Shanique Miller. Each week, we're taking the temperature of the electorate to see what's really driving the nation. Who's connecting? Who's cooling off? What issues are heating up ahead of 2026? This is Temperature Check 2026, where journalism meets the nation's heartbeat.
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. One 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. The Bahamas General Workers Union is here this evening, and they've been before. They're here to highlight a number of outstanding, lingering issues and grievances that in particular impact BAIC. Of course, you know, that's an arm of the Ministry of Agriculture. We're going to get into some of those issues that's happening right now and continue to go unaddressed. Welcome the President of the Bahamas General Workers Union, Linda Sands, and Secretary General Natanya Johnson. Ladies, good evening to both of you. It's good to have you both here. Let's just jump right in and talk about these issues that you really want attention given to. Madam President, you could jump in first.
Good evening, Bahamas. Good evening, everyone. We're having the same issues at BAIC. One of the issues that we're having is the non-payment of the increment that was supposed to be been paid since 2022 by the Bahamas government. Our half was paid, but the balance has yet to come to BAIC staff.
How many I was about to ask you, how many workers this is involved?
Roughly somewhere between 120 or 130.
200.
Yeah,
so 200 workers
possibly.
200 workers have received half of their increment and are waiting for more than 2 years.
Yes,
for the balance.
For the balance, yes. To date, from 2022, since the letter came out, we're still waiting. And may I say from the jump, Shanique, this is nothing to do with politics. We are working for the people.
Mom, don't mention politics. Just talk to your members right there. Just talk right there for your members.
We are working for the people. We're still trying to get BAIC to pay staff who have worked in senior positions. The IA agrees that once you have been asked to work in a senior position, then you should be paid half of what that person who was in that position is paid.
You mean that they are members of your union?
Yes, they're members of our union.
Senior
right. But,
duties.
Yes, they're performing senior duties, but they still have not been paid. One person in particular has been in that position over a year now, and BAIC has failed to pay. We've sat at the table. It was agreed that they would pay, but to date they have not paid, and they're not answering our calls. They're refusing to meet with the union.
Who is they?
Well, the team at BAIC is Troy Sampson, the executive managers. Yeah, Troy Sampson is the general manager for day-to-day. D. Julie Rhoda is the AGM for HR, Human Resources.
Human Resources.
And of course, the chairman, the executive chairman, is Mr. Darren Pickstock. Now, that has been, when we were here last, Shanique, you would have recalled when I would have mentioned that I'm currently employed at BAIC. However, I do not see the chairman. And I think that that is the main contributory factor underlying factor in all of these issues that are unresolved, because he is only informed from his executive team. From his executive team. And so really and truly, I feel that his presence need to be at BAIC, and I think it's unfair.
So he can understand and see for himself daily what happens and what takes place.
Right. It is unfair that, again, and I don't even want to delve into it too much, but again, let's be fair across the board. If a regular employee, if a line staff does not come to work, they don't get paid. They get cut. So why is there some sort of preferential treatment when it comes to the executive chairman?
What is it that the executive chairman can do that is not being done, that you need his attention turned towards? What is it? What are some of those things?
Here's my list. And I have 3 pages. And so when I say that, I know that we do not have enough time in the segment to go over everything that's itemized here. But if I may, as the president would have alluded to, we have the non-payment of the increments, okay? We have cronyism that's taking place at BAIC, where you have the promotions that were already signed off on the previous chairman that had not happened, that have not taken place.
So that chairman, as we know, the one just to come out of the chair?
Right.
Leroy Major.
That is correct.
So he would have signed off on
various promotions. When we spoke with the chairman at the time, the current chairman, he said that they would commence again in May. That had not happened. You have persons who've been working for 19 years, have not gotten a promotion. And so we brought these issues to the table, and again, our emails went unanswered, okay? We have shortage of the janitorial staff, okay? And the union, they would have released 4 of the contractual workers, janitorial staff. However, we are now short. We had about 12, and now we're down to 4. We're down to 4 janitorial staff to clean the entire corporation. And it's strenuous. We have some of them that have underlying medical conditions.
BAIC or to clean the entire Ministry of Agriculture?
No, just BAIC.
Okay, what is it? Let's talk about the role of BAIC. So we all have a better appreciation of what it is BAIC does, its role, and how significant it is in the overall agriculture push for us to feed ourselves and for food security. What does BAIC do, and what does it represent in all of that?
Okay.
Well, BAIC is responsible for business, really the other side of the agriculture, which is the business side of agriculture. And that's one of
this is the
training.
wonderful complex
through
Soldier Road area.
Yes, right. Yes.
Abundant Life
Road and
Old Trail Road area. That complex right there.
Yes. Okay.
They deal with agro marketing. Again, we have the produce department, the produce exchange, so they deal with all the farmers, the goods that are shipped from the family islands, and so it's sold in the exchange. We have the fish and farm, outlet where they sell the seeds and so forth like that. And it's a very diverse corporation.
I know.
Entrepreneurial department as well, where they do
to help support small businesses and push them forward and facilitate those ideas in helping people get off their feet, or on their feet rather. Pardon me, you all on their feet and into business solidly. Right. Now I know that there was also an issue of handicap access.
Shanique, we had reached out to the Disabled Commission because there was a handicap parking that was positioned in front of the main building, okay? That's BAIC head office in particular, and it was removed. And so we had 2 handicapped persons at that particular time. One of them was utilizing that particular space because she drives. The other one did not, because she did not have a vehicle. However, it was removed, and when we had addressed it, AGM of Human Resources, Mr. Shaluja, had indicated to us that the chairman, the executive chairman, gave instructions to remove the handicap parking and that it would be used for special guests. That is unacceptable. So I think it's unfair. How is it that you're now leaning towards outside individuals and you're not concerned about the persons who work in the corporation, who are restricted, limited mobility, who have a disablement, and for you to be able to say, hey, I care about you? That speaks volume, because that's something I feel as though you don't have to express in words. Your actions that you would have committed, it clearly displays that you're not concerned about the staff at BAIC.
Now, I'll tell you this, of course, I would have loved to say to you that the executive chairman, I'm not sure if he even still holds that position, but that he was here to respond to this. This is, of course, the unions, the Bahamas General Workers Union, its executive team, speaking this evening on what their grievances are, the outstanding issues as they see them to be are. Of course, I always like to have a response from whomever it is need to respond. I've not been successful with that and getting that. Now, of course, tomorrow evening, Mr. Pickstock or Troy Sampson, you are absolutely invited to this show to respond and then also get these issues addressed. Right. Speak to these people and let them know about the outstanding payment or the balance of the outstanding payment and the other things. But go ahead, Secretary General or Madam President.
The other thing is we would have spoken to BAIC in connections with mold in the parking houses on the Family Islands. And we haven't gotten any response. So our secretary worked in that area where they would be the person to call to have the remediation done. I don't think to date that remediation was done, but she will speak further to that.
How many parking houses are there on which Family Island, if you can say?
Well, we have parking house in South Eleuthera. There's two in Eleuthera, one in Hatchet Bay and the other one down in Green Castle. So there's two parking houses. Mm-hmm. There's a parking house in North Andros, which I know definitely would have had mold. I know of those three for sure.
And to mitigate that problem, their suggestion or their recommendation rather was for those individuals to leave early. I find that to be quite egregious because if you're there, it doesn't matter the hours that you are there, you're still impacted. You're still exposed. Right, you're still exposed. And so we've had one or two of those employees who had issues, breathing issues, challenges, okay? And they had to go to the doctor. All right, and so these are not issues that just came out of anywhere. We literally sat at the table, we emailed, we communicated, and another issue is that lack of communication. BAIC makes unilateral decisions without consultation with the union. And it's unfair that the members don't know what's happening, what's going to happen.
This has been brought to the attention of Mr. Sampson?
This has been brought to the attention of Mr. Troy Sampson, who's the general manager, along with Mistress Deidre LaRoda, the AGM of Human Resources. I requested in writing, Shanique, I asked them, I said, listen, because they love to send out emails. I'm talking about long dissertation. And so I said to them, they want to reprimand the staff. They send the email, this is going to happen if you don't do this, if you don't comply. I said, AGM of Human Resources, Mrs. LaRoda, can you please kindly provide the members, the employees, okay, with policies, BAIC policies, so that they can be guided by the procedural protocols.
Yes.
And so that we can make sure that they adhere to these policies. How can you reprimand the staff if they have nothing to be guided by?
Reprimand for like what, for example? In what instance?
Okay, they'll say, you have don't park. Let's say don't park in the front of the building.
Surely
if
not.
Those persons
surely not. So, but then you don't.
I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you.
But no. Give a real example.
Okay, let me give you a real example. Right. So one of the examples that they would have had, the most recent one was, they said anyone that comes to BAIC, you do not let the person go to the department. You let them come. They have to speak to security, speak to whomever is in charge of the department, or speak to HR or the general manager, and then get clearance to go to whomever, okay? And so I find that it's very biased because you have other persons who just come on the property and see whoever it is, but there was a particular incident that happened that warranted them to make that decision. Again, if there was a policy in place.
Some sort of threat. So the thing is, if there's a policy in place, one, enforce it for all.
Exactly.
Because it should be where you go through, in fact, the security and then the receptionist to see whomever it is.
Exactly.
I recall going there one time, and believe me, I went through all of that that you just described, and I had to sit and wait for whomever it is I had a meeting with. And so if that should be what the rules of operation are, no?
But there's no policy. So the staff doesn't know that this is something that you have
The
to
staff
do.
should know. You
This
can't
is-
walk Shaquita from outside straight in to see whomever.
No.
Because when I was there, again, security and receptionist, and they have me sit to wait.
You stop at security. But I'm saying to you, if you go into the L-shaped building, which is at the back, security stops you. That's a checkpoint.
Right,
and then
that's
you
a
tell them
checkpoint.
who you're going to see, and then they'll tell you go ahead. Now you're saying you can't do that. And so again, I say if changes are made or if it's a policy, then enforce the policy for everyone. And that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not in disagreement that they should not do that. That's protocol. So for safety purposes. But again, let's do it properly.
Of course, and then a policy should apply across the board.
And there's no guideline.
The policy should was. I hear the thing. What do you mean no guideline? Quick.
There's no guideline. You. For example, they do. What is it now? They're doing cross training. So they'll give you a letter. Like today, they gave me a letter. Oh, Ms. Johnson, you're cross training on Monday. You leave from this department and go to the next department.
No
You have to be the manager doesn't know. It's not no reasonable time span. Nothing of that sort. So no one is in place to train the person who's coming to be cross trained.
And that's why BAIC is broken down.
I don't know what else going on at the IC. I need you all to come back and I need Mrs. Sampson here because I really want to know. It looks like it's working from the outside. I've heard people have great success in getting their businesses and whatnot started. What's happening with the workers? What's going on? What's happening? I thank you very much, Madam President, Madam Secretary General,
Thank you so
Bahamas
much.
General Workers Union, speaking on the issues, the outstanding issues they want addressed for the 200 staff at BAIC. Of course, we will continue to follow this. This is Beyond the Headlines. When we come back, we're going to shift gears and welcome Ian Thomas to the right here to sit next to me. We're back in a moment.
My late husband, Tyrone Albury, had a passion for brewing beer at home. We found one of his recipes and we started on the stovetop with 1 gallon of beer. It was a hobby that turned into a passion project that turned completely out of control. We had to make a decision whether or not we were going to continue home brewing or open a brewery. So craft beer is basically brewing a very small batch of beer. Every individual batch of beer is going to be slightly different.
We're always trying to figure out what the next best beer is going to be.
Just the sheer amount of love and effort that goes into every brew. It's a science, really, to selecting the right grains and the hops, and then expanding on some of the normals.
Really, in the last couple of years, we've had a lot more of the locals that have found our location.
They realize that there is a fuller flavor beer out there, and we take pride in that. When we first started the concept of the brewery and we were looking for funding, it was the SBDC that we leaned on to help me push through at times when I wanted to give up, to tell me when I was making mistakes, and for that, I am grateful. So I would encourage all entrepreneurs, if you're looking for funding, mentorship, and encouragement to launch your new business idea, I would encourage you to contact the SBDC.
Are you ready to take the next step in growing your business? Check your eligibility for our guaranteed loan program at sbdcbahamas.com/GLP or call 461-7232 to learn more about how the SBDC can support your business.
7.5 years, but I walk in here all of a sudden, total stranger. I'm calling you Rick and Sheila.
I win. At Island Lock, we take sports seriously. Get ready to experience the thrill of winning anytime and any place. Bet in real time and live the thrill of every play while watching your winnings stack up. It's your chance to score big with fast payouts and a world-class experience. Get in the game and bet the Bahamian way with Island Luck Sportsbook.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. One 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
Brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's so good to have you tuned in. Of course, we're going to shift gears. It's Thursday evening after all. And so guess who's here? Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers. Ian, hello to you. It's good to have you here. It's wonderful to see you, by the way. I like your hair. It looks like a little something different.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, what are we getting into this evening?
All right, then. Let me just start off with this. Afternoon, evening? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Thomas, and I am from Direct Marketers, of course. Direct Marketers is a marketing company where we specialize. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Shanique has made me laugh behind the scenes. Direct Marketers is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Dial 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, great. So I'm having a good time. I have some people to talk about. I ran into a guy the other day, a friend of mine, and he had like 7 kids, and he has a girl pregnant now.
What's going on?
I was like, this is crazy. And I said, what's up with you? And I asked his mom, and she was like, man, Ian, man, you know how that guy go. He was like that from a long time. She said, I said, but how'd he get like that? She said, he could just look at a girl and she gets pregnant. He was born cockeyed. Bahamian Seafood Connection. Ladies and gentlemen, you want the best seafood on the island.
Good morning. I want the seafood company to come. Listen to me. Come. Free. Come right here. I want you slapping. Slap, cause that right there. Oh, really? That right there.
See my teeth? Okay, here we go. Bahamian Seafood Connection. Do you know where they're located? You're absolutely right. Fire Trail Road. You are good at this. You are good. Boy, look at Shanique Miller. You know these people. Good.
I remember. Whenever you say it, I remember.
Bahamian Seafood Connection. Right now, they have some really great deals happening right now. They've got New York steak, $7.95 each.
That's a good cut of steak, by the way.
That's a great,
and how much? Yeah, it's so good.
$7.95. They got whole chicken.
That's a good deal.
Whole chicken, $10.50. Absolutely fresh. They got the 8-ounce salmon, $6.45. They've got shrimp at $20. That's 6 or 20 a shrimp. It's a 2-pound shrimp for $20. They've got squid and squid tentacles. Didn't even realize that, for $19.95. They got blue crabs, $11.55. They've also got tuna, 6-ounce tuna steaks for $6.55. Snapper, this is the slab. And this is $12.50. That's a pound. And they got hogfish for $13.20. It's some good prices, Shanique. Shanique, this is some good. Go ahead.
Why do we have to turn Bahamian when you said this, the hogfish?
No, but It's just the. So Sinead, you have to realize I'm from Camp Road, you know. I am from Camp Road.
Pretentious you?
No, I'm serious. And people go like, Ian, I heard that you bathe outside because I said that one of the thing. I sometimes bathe outside. Yes, I do. And they go, do you bathe outside because you're from Camp Road, or are you from Camp Road because you bathe outside?
Oh my God.
I said, it doesn't really matter.
No, he thinks he wants to have a whole little thing going on with nature in the back of his
I'm
house.
serious.
I've spotted
No,
it.
but I love it. Hey, listen here. Let me give you the number for Bahamian Seafood Connection.
Absolutely.
You can call them at the WhatsApp or call them at 822-6180, 822-6180, or 361-FISH. If you don't know what that is, that's 361-3474, and that's Bahamian Seafood Connection. They said, Ian, we kind of like had a change of name, so it's really Bahamian Seafood Connection Marketplace. And why
Good,
they've done
'cause
this?
they have so much,
They
yeah.
have so much to
A lot
offer,
going on.
and they said they want to focus on their curbside delivery, so you don't have to come out. You can even do it like a pre-order, and they come out and drop
they
it
just
off.
come out and bring it to
That's
you.
wonderful. I even
So
said when-
convenient.
Yes, they're in the Epic Plaza on Fire Trail Road. That's it. The Epic Plaza on Fire Trail Road. So go down there, you can get tenderized conch, tomahawk steak, $60, $67.30. You can get ground beef. So it's not just seafood. You can also get your meats down there. Chicken breasts, chicken leg quarters, cracked chicken, $6.60. You can also get mahi-mahi, shrimp, grouper steaks, $16.50, salmon burgers, snow crabs, blue crabs, like I said earlier. You can also get green mussels, $20 each, black mussels, $6.60 each. Why are the black mussels cheaper than the green mussels? I guess if they keep on fighting for equal rights, the price will go down.
Just go.
Okay, and they got seafood boil. That's £1, $16.50. Man, listen here. Shanique and I are going to put up our money together as soon as our Isu draw come, and we are going to go ahead and let somebody win some seafood. The phone number, let me give it to you.
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You know, Bahamians lay into Thanksgiving now.
Yes. Send me a WhatsApp, ladies and gentlemen, 5520212, 5520212. I'm going to go ahead and put your name in a little type of bucket, little jar or something, and try to get someone some seafood. And the number, once again, is 361. This is for Bahamian Seafood Connection Marketplace. 361-FISH, 361-FISH, or you will dial 361-3474. That's Bahamian Seafood Connection Marketplace. Give them a call. Freshest Seafood, the #1 seafood company on the island, and I just love them. That's the store family. If I wanna just let you guys know, that's a store family, wonderful family. I just love what they're doing. Dr. Nicholas Fox, just got off the phone with him maybe about 2 hours ago. Dr. Nicholas Fox, as you guys know, he's in the runnings for which part?
Hey, Dr. Fox, listen, you can't miss it.
So where you running?
We didn't talk with Dr. Fox.
You serious?
Dr. Fox, I'll tell you this. You owe me an extra commercial.
You see that?
Come advertise right here because
You
your
see that?
name been called all week.
You see that?
In the Fox Hill constituency.
In the Fox Hill constituency. As you know, he's the co-owner of the Medi-Center group of clinics. He's built a successful practice based on care, compassion, and results. And now he's bringing that same dedication and expertise to Fox Hill, just like Shanice said. And I asked him if he feared his opponent. You know what he said? He said, Ian, who's scared of any Fred? He said, but Dr. Fox, he was carry on by it, but he said he ain't scared of no Fred. He said he welcomes anybody to come up that way. He says he's sticking to what his whole mandate is, and he's just there, and he wants to go ahead and focus on the people of Fox Hill, and that's a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
He also wanted to let everybody knows that what he told me, he says the back to school lunch program went great.
Mm-hmm.
Was a big hit, and he had a slew of volunteers who joined the team, all eager to chip in. And when Dr. Fox saw all the smiles on the kids' faces, it reminded him of his beautiful little grandson, and it ignited a fire in him, wanting every child in Fox Hill to do well. So he's really big on education and just seeing the next generation do well. And that's what I like about him and everybody else. He says that accountability and commitment to people sets him apart from others. And he claims that what drives him is when he wins this race, he wants the people in Fox Hill to be stronger, safer, and more prosperous. So that's what I like. He says to tell the young voters and everybody else, don't be swayed by party politics. If you, sometimes Bahamian people go like, well, my Grammy is and my mommy is he says, no, think outside the box, see who's doing what, and say and be a free thinker and say, you know what, I think I'm going to go with this individual because they have exemplified this. So that's what I like about him. He's a straight shooter, and he's a wonderful person. So he says, make the right choice for your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, and your parents, and also the community. And he says also, I want to make sure he get this right. He says that individuals who know him, whether it's his patients, his staff, or the people of Fox Hill, they know that he loves people and he's a people person.
Yes.
He's approachable. He says a lot of jokes. He didn't even know that. And he's a friendly guy. He has a really great personality.
Yeah.
So he says, Ian, just let Shanique know I'm going to be there sometime on the show, but I just want to let her know I'm very busy in the community doing my stuff. And I just want you to be able to communicate this message properly.
Just keep sending Ian.
Also, I want to let you guys know that
with
the breast and prostate cancer initiative that he did, that went over overwhelmingly well with everyone who showed up. The public response was just mind-blowing. And many individuals were given peace of mind after hearing from Dr. Fox about any ailments or any things that they felt was going on with their bodies. The Seniors Birthday Club is still going on, and the elders in the community appreciate that so much. Also, he says about goes and he visits the sick and the shut-in, and what they like about that is that some of them are not able to be mobile to go out to see him, and some of them don't have the resources to see the doctor. So he goes and he gives his time and his expertise, and he visits with them. That's a wonderful thing. He had a prayer vigil the other day, and it was just filled to capacity. I didn't see somebody out there at the prayer vigil.
Who knew?
Okay, then you didn't know. I tell you now.
Did you attend the prayer vigil?
I was there in spirit. I was away.
No.
I was away.
No, Dr.
Come on, let me show you my ticket.
You should not fall for that.
Stay right there.
Okay. Anything.
Dr. Fox, I coming to the nether one.
If the man calling the community to pray,
yes.
you like to be conveniently absent.
Yes. And then I was like, listen, is it my turn to pray yet? He said, boy, go sit down, yeah. So listen here. So that was good. Coming up soon is the Thanksgiving and the huge Christmas party extravaganza. Everyone's looking forward to that. So ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Fox, he just says he loves what he's doing, and he foresees a big, huge win. So come out there and support him. Don't worry about what the other people say, because he says apparently someone told him that cut ass on the way. So he says, well, you know what's happened after cut ass? You need to see a doctor. So man, this is going to be amazing up there, folks.
That's what I mean. Yeah. His quips and his comeback.
Yeah, it's off the chin. Hey, listen here, I got another client, man. This is excellent. You can make money or save money with this one. For those who want to make some money or save some money, you got to listen up. I've got a client who's selling wholesale restaurant equipment, never been used before, in a box, brand new, never been even opened up before, recently imported, including a brand new food truck that's outfitted with cameras. So this is a great opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. If you've maybe you just retired, maybe just came into some money, maybe your what do you call it when someone passes away? Your inheritance or something like that, or maybe you have your own money and stuff. This is a great opportunity to be a part of this. You can buy this food truck. Yes, multiple streams of income. A brand new, beautiful food truck, only $22,700. Am I correct? $22,700 is a great opportunity for you to be a part of this. What else is being sold? The other day was another station that says centrifugal. Centrifugal. I couldn't even. I gotta buy me some hook on phonics. Centrifugal fan, $1,600. She got the range hood for $1,300. Gas grill, $1,900. She got deep fryers and gas burners. 2-door under-counter refrigerators. 2-door salad under-counter refrigerator, single-door beverage fridge. She's got a 4-door vertical refrigerator, spiral mixer, ice storage box, stainless steel sheets. That's $2,400. That's for 8 of them. You can get 2 single sinks, 2 stainless steel tables. The food trailer, like I said, $22,700. Ladies and gentlemen, food trailers in the United States, when I was doing my research, were like $35,000 and up. This is $22,700, and it's right here landed in Nassau. Mm-hmm. You can't beat that. This is a great opportunity.
Let's drive away with it, right?
Yeah, you know all these events that come up. You can be parked outside there, making some money, or you can take it on a daily.
Especially in this political season.
This is wonderful, wonderful. So she got 2 TV digital display boards, soft serve ice cream machine. That's excellent. You can turn that into business by itself. Or you can do a package deal. She'll give you all of this rolled up into one for $50,700. This is a great deal. The company didn't bring it in to sell, but they had a change of heart and decided to go in a different direction, and now it's up for sale. And I urge you guys, if you don't have the money, I can turn you on to one of my lenders. I work along with 3 major lending companies, so I can turn you on to them, and they could possibly help you get financing for this. And I want to also tell you guys that, listen, move quickly, because if these items don't move on a timely basis, that when the time frame that she has allotted, that it's going to go up for auction. So before the prices keep on getting higher and stuff, get in on the ground floor and get this. People are WhatsApping me right now. So listen.
And I'm here trying to see how much is she selling for?
The $22,700 for this food truck. It's wonderful. It comes with these cameras around it and everything. It's outfitted. 22,700.
Listen, they begin from 50,000 to 175,000.
I'm trying to tell you, this is a great opportunity. You could start a shop, a business tomorrow.
Now, a lower range, her price still beats it.
Yes.
Because if you don't have all those things she talked about, you still pay minimum around $30,000 to $100,000.
But you still haven't even factored in the importation of it.
Oh, dang.
Am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, then. So this is a great opportunity. I'm going to give the phone number. This is 808-4273. 808-4273. Give them a call, 808-4273, and you can schedule a time where you can go and see all the equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, do not miss out on this. Maybe you're a grandparent or a parent, you say, you know what, I want to get one of these children or my grandchildren or set up in a nice business. This is wonderful. So give them a call. SHSS Electrical, I'm always talking about them. I've been a big fan of them all forever. As a matter of fact, I had to go and get some thing for my electrical panel box the other day, and I went down there and I got great prices like I always do. The former Minute Muffler building, I want to let you know, you want to outfit your home with those beautiful, gorgeous ceiling fans. They have them on sale right now, Hunter ceiling fans, ideal for your home, business, church, or Airbnb. And you can get those 2x4 LED flat panel lights for $77. You can get the 2x2 LED flat panel lights at $42.90, and the 4-foot universal LED bulbs now only $6.60. You can save on the Dusk to Dawn LED floodlights with bulbs, just $22, and you can go get your Square D main breaker meter combo. That's the 8-space and 16 surface 16 circuit surface mounts for starting in 150 amp and 200 amps, starting as low as $350. Once again, SHSS Electrical has moved. They're no longer on Mackey Street in the Henry F. Store building. They are in the former Minute Muffler building on Chesapeake Road. So you're on Mackey Street, you turn through Chesapeake, you drive down 100 yards, right there on the left-hand side, you're gonna see them. Let me give you the phone number, 827-3150, 827-3150, 827-3150, or dial 821-3150, 821-3150. Remember, spend $50 or more, you're gonna get 10% discount, and they also ship to the Family Island. So this is wonderful, all these great companies to talk about. Anything that you guys missed out on, I see they didn't put my number up on the screen today, but I say it enough. My number is 5520212. You give me a call and say, hey Ian, tell me more about SHSS Electrical, or tell me more about those the equipment that's for sale. And also I'll tell you more about Dr. Fox and what he's doing over there. I hear the music, but I gotta say, jump in these really quickly. Finally, in the cream that women have been waiting for. If you have those blemishes or those dark marks on your skin and you want a skin lightener, I don't want to say bleaching cream, you want a skin lightener, individuals suffering from melasma, this is great. This is going to give you a nice smooth look and have your skin looking really, really good. This is from India, so this is a great price. This is $24.95.
They would know about skin lighteners.
That's a great deal. Also, this is the Good Boy dog training. You guys who go for a walk early in the morning or late in the night, and those dogs come at you, or you might have dogs that run in your yard. This device, you turn it on, boom, and it scares the dogs away. It has a loud pitch sound, so the dogs are gonna go ahead and run away. They don't want that. The price for this is $89.95. You're gonna give me a call, Ian Thomas, direct market is 5520212. Ultrasonic device stops neighbors and annoying dog from barking. This is a great product. Also, I want to let you guys know about the minoxidil. The minoxidil is here. Everyone has been asking me, hey Ian, you get any more of the minoxidil? This is here. It can repair hair loss, bald spots, and regrow edges. You guys have that bald spot? You rub it in there twice a day. Your hair's going to start growing. You women who lose your edges, It's gonna grow your edges. And you guys out there who can't grow a beard because it's coming a little patchy, you rub this on there and you do the applications, it's gonna grow your beard. This is only $24.95. The Jimarito Eye Honey, this is what a lot of people call me about. This is $75. It's an eye detox, helps remove mucus from the eyes, blurriness, floaters, and improves your vision in a short time. It's all over TikTok. Yeah, like I said, new individuals who are dealing with glaucoma and what else? Tell me. What else you deal with the eye issues? If you're dealing with glaucoma or cataracts, this is good for you. Yes, $75. Give me a call, Ian Thomas Direct Marketers. Also, the privacy screen, the green privacy screen that goes right on the fence, so you don't gotta look in case someone bathing in their yard and you don't want to see them naked. The privacy screen is $189, 50 feet long, 6 feet tall. Give me a call, Ian Thomas Direct Marketers. It's a wonderful thing. And don't forget, call DNA Direct if you need a paternity test. DNA Direct, find out if someone's your mom, your dad, your brother, or your sister. Get a DNA test for as low as $450. No needles or blood involved. You get your results back in 7 to 10 business days. DNA Direct, when knowing the truth matters. 324-0665. That's 324-0665. I got to get out of here. My phone's going crazy right now, Shaniqua.
Answer those people,
Yes,
Ian.
ma'am.
As I wrap up the show, you go deal with them and don't call me. Again, 552-0212, right there. Thank you very much, Ian. Looking forward to seeing you next week. By the way, I want to say a big thank you to all of you this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in to all of tonight's guests. I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow
Good day.
for the
Possibilities are
Headlines
endless.
team. I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everybody.
The Verizon Media Group, home of ILTV, Paramount Systems Limited, Eyewitness